Hello, friends. We are here for the very last, well, it's not the last challenge where we're like putting it all together, but we're here for the last baby step of creating an impactful introduction that creates a really powerful presence. So, what we're answering right now, this is part 3 of how to answer the question, what do you do for a living? So all of this is about is commanding a really powerful presence because we know an extraordinary effect is created when a really powerful and unique introduction confidently communicates exactly what you do to your prospect by telling her exactly what she wants to hear. So this is part 3 of our challenge and doing these building blocks to put together a really impactful introduction. So today we're going to talk about how everything starts with your audience. And I know you've heard this so many times. A lot of the lessons along today are going to be statements that you have heard in every single one of these videos because we have been conditioned our entire lives to believe that our introduction is about us. And you guys, our introduction is not about us. Everything, we never get a second chance to make another first impression. So we're going to get this right by leading with every single piece of our impactful introduction is going to be about them or about her. Whoever your prospect is, it's about them. So only say the things that are going to have meaning for her. It seems simple, right? But we also need to break it down so that they're not lost. Because again, as mentioned before, when you give the mind time to wonder, or when we confuse the mind, we totally lose the prospect altogether. So today, we're working on our title, our label, and our descriptor. That's it. And I know this sounds so simple, right? And it should be simple. But where we tend to mess up is oftentimes we start to lead with sales, where I would say I sell something, right? Or if somebody says to my husband, "What does your wife do?" "Oh, she sells something." So the moment sells comes out of the mouth, there is like this invisible wall that is put up to where the person is no longer really receptive to what you do. Or if they do find that what you sell is something that they need, they're no longer receptive to our number one product, which is the opportunity, right? So we are hope dealers. That's our number one product. We're hope dealers. We are change agents. We have so much to be proud of. Why on earth are we hiding behind some title that makes us less than who we are and what we do? So even as much as your title, your label and descriptor, all of that is about the prospect that you're talking to. And girls, we have to own it. If you don't believe in what you do, how can you expect anybody else to believe in what you do? And how can you expect anybody else to want to be a part of the movement that you're making, the change that you're making, be a part of this transformation that we're doing, this whole entire journey? We can't expect anyone to be a part of it if we're not owning it and if we're not super proud of it. So there is a really disastrous mistake I think that many people make, and trying to skirt around the reality, they come up with something that is comfortable, and then it either misleads the prospect or it's super unclear and it confuses the crap out of them. But notice that both of those two things were not about the prospect. That was about me and my feelings and what I'm afraid that they might feel. Does that make sense? So this is about owning your title. It's about owning your title and descriptor and making sure that even that part is about them. It's about them because we're being clear, we're not being deceptive, we're being upfront, and we're bringing value in a way that they can use it as well. So even, yes, the descriptor and title must be, your overall label must also be about what she wants. And so speaking to your prospect. All right. So step 1 in this little process is picking your label. So you have to be so clear about what you do. Choose one word that best captures the concept of what you're trying to convey to your prospect. So you have a solution that you're ready to offer them, and that's what you need to focus on right now. And if you need to come back to this later, it's fine to put a little placeholder on it, because when we put these homework assignments together, it's going to make a really big boom. So don't get stuck here. Just make a jab at it. It doesn't mean that your jab is right or wrong or indifferent. That part isn't going to matter. The jab means that you took action. So don't let any of these videos or these steps just hold you back. Just take action by put a jab at it. Don't let it be a roadblock for you, because I promise you by the end of all of this exercise, it is going to come together, and it's going to come together really quickly and really powerfully. So I don't know what your label might be, but maybe you're a team builder. Maybe you're a talent scout. Maybe you are a success guide. Maybe you're a direct seller. Maybe you're a network marketer. I don't know what your title is going to be that you're going to pick to label yourself, but that is step number one. And then we're going to describe it. We are going to find the right descriptor that works for our title. So we want one adjective that will immediately tell your audience what it is that you do. And maybe the adjective that you do creates a feeling that you want her to feel, right? So I know I talked to you before about the superhero situation, and make sure that while sometimes we feel like superheroes because we know what we're capable of doing and we know what we're capable of bringing others to and through, superhero is not the right descriptor for us, right? We don't want our ideal client to feel like they have to save lives or in any way be a superhero in order to need us. Or we don't want them to feel like they have to be identifying with a villain in order to be, to need us, right? Or to work with us or any of those things. So don't allow people to, don't allow their mind to wonder, like, what in the heck is that? What in the heck does she do? Make it really, really, really clear. And you guys, I just want to tell you how incredibly proud I am of all of you for, taking this course, for hopping in with us, for being vulnerable, for taking those jabs and just jumping in, whether it's right or wrong, whether it's in the right direction or whether it's in line with the assignment or not, you're doing it. You're taking imperfect action, and that's what matters most here. So this is the third step, you guys, in crafting that impactful intro that commands presence when you walk in, right? It's the type of introduction that is going to be pulling your prospects to you instead of you out there having to seek and find them. You're just going to create the opportunities where you can use this introduction over and over and over, because all this is about is flipping the switch. You don't need to be out there finding stylists. They need you and they need to find you. You are the solution holder. You are the gatekeeper. So you're going to find your homework right here on this post. The same place that you find all of your homework is where you found the link to this video. So again, today we have a really simple fill in the blank. This is probably the simplest of all of our exercises. And in the next video, I'm really excited because we're going to focus on how to put all of these video challenges and homework assignments together and how to double check for the right amount of impact. All right, guys, looking forward to your imperfect action. Can't wait to hear about your job title, your label, what it is that you're using to describe, and whether that descriptor is action-packed based on you and your results, or whether that descriptor is a feeling that you're trying to convey to your prospect.